A new year brings with it a chance to reflect and refocus on our work to improve the region's transportation systems, address climate resiliency, and support a thriving economy. Before we talk about what we are going to do this year, I first want to focus on the why. Everything we do is for and about people. In fact, 8.5 million people call Chicago Metro home. When we talk about transportation and infrastructure, it's about people, getting them and the goods they need to where they need to go, safely, reliably, and efficiently, whether it's by car, rail, or bus. It's making sure our streets are safer and more accessible for everyone. It's about investing strategically to maximize benefit for all and having a system that works better for everyone across the region. Our resiliency work is about public health and quality of life. And people are at the center of our work to strengthen the economy, providing people with opportunity, jobs, and housing. Our work also relies on people, making sure we are reaching and including a diverse set of voices in planning and decision-making to strengthen trust, relationships, and partnerships. As we present the highlights of CMAP's fiscal year 2024 work plan, our mission and focus are the same: to serve the people of this region and solve complex problems for them.
Hello, my name is Amy McEwen, CMAP's Deputy Executive Director. CMAP's work on behalf of 7 counties, 284 municipalities, and 8.6 million residents is guided by the ONTO 2050, the region's 30-year comprehensive plan and the annual work plan and budget. We continue to focus on our 3 strategic areas: transportation, regional economy, and climate. In addition, you'll see in the annual work plan functions and responsibilities for the new fiscal year with the funding sources and the estimated resources needed to accomplish the goals and objectives for this year. It also identifies where the work intersects, optimizing resources and maximizing results. Like many local government agencies, the annual work plan is largely ongoing operational functions and responsibilities, including regional modeling, forecasting, scenario planning, programming, research and analysis, as well as technical assistance, communications, stakeholder convening and engagement, and legislative affairs. Each year, CMAP is completing work that supports the foundation or further refinement of the region's long-range plan. That work is ever present here at CMAP. Fiscal year 24 marks the coming together of the many ongoing long-range planning functions that occur year in and year out into the development of the region's new or updated long-range transportation plan, which is targeted for completion in 2026. The deputies will now share the highlights from the proposed fiscal year 2024 CMAP budget and regional work plan.
Hello, my name is Amy Lee, Deputy of Transportation at CMAP, and I'm going to talk about the agency's work around transportation and land use, research, analysis, and programming. The team's work centers around operational management of the Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP. Through the eTIP database, we document and integrate key project data and milestones. We collaborate with regional partners to support new and existing funding being awarded and obligated within the TIP. As part of this process, staff evaluates applications for the fiscal years 2024 through 2026 call for projects for 4 grant programs: Congestion Mitigation and Air Quality Improvement, CMAQ, the Transportation Alternatives Program, TAP, the Surface Transportation Shared Fund, STP, and the Carbon Reduction Program. This occurs alongside ongoing efforts to support our municipal partners through the Council of Mayors Committee and planning liaisons. This combined effort focuses on emission reduction, safety, and efficiency in our transportation programming. The socioeconomic forecast is an important planning tool for future growth. It is a required component of every MPO's long-range plan. Our team will continue to lead this effort and work to improve the forecast process through quality control measures for the next plan cycle. We are excited to lead with IDOT the purchase of Ecopia for all Illinois MPOs. Ecopia is comprehensive high-resolution land use map data that will provide a powerful tool to drive innovation and support regional and community planning. This initiative will ensure planners have up-to-date land cover information that can improve transportation, housing, economic development, and the environment, and more. In FY24, we will expand our travel demand forecasting program to leverage innovations and new data sets that will advance our capabilities to forecast and evaluate progress on the region's onto 2050 policy objectives and inform the next long-range plan. Building on our previous work to maximize the increased federal infrastructure funding, in FY24, we will facilitate and support activities to achieve consensus among transportation agencies to build a multi-year strategy that will maximize federal grant opportunities, provide data and analyses to support grant applications, and will work with councils of mayors and the Planning Liaison Program to help them understand and benefit from the new federal program, and provide analysis on funding strategies that could accelerate or streamline project implementation. Lastly, we will continue to provide research and data support for our key priorities around ADA, safety, and greenhouse gas emissions reduction. These are just a summary of our areas of focus. I would now like to hand it over to Stephanie.
Thank you, Amy. Hello, I am Stephanie Pfeiffer, Deputy of Planning at CMAP, and I'm going to talk a bit about the agency's work around transportation and communities. There are two initiatives in this space that began in FY 2023, but will really ramp up in FY 2024. They involve working directly with communities to improve roadway safety and accessibility. The first is the Safe Travel for All Roadmap, or STAR program. This is a multi-year effort to improve traffic safety in the region. CMAP and our partners must urgently come together to implement policy changes and projects focused on reducing crashes and implementing safe, accessible, and connected transportation options, especially for vulnerable road users. In FY 2023, we applied for a Safe Streets for All federal grant and began to work on a regional safety framework. In FY 2024, we will utilize that framework and those federal funds to develop both countywide and local safety action plans. These efforts will be coordinated with the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA program, and the mobility recovery work that the agency is working on for a comprehensive approach to improving transportation safety. The second, the ADA program, kicked off in FY 2023 to encourage, support, and compel public entities to comply with Title II and implement accessibility improvements. The training will be ongoing, but in FY 2024, we will also be developing a comprehensive data gathering approach and assisting municipalities in developing self-evaluations and transition plans. Technical assistance in the form of training and boots-on-the-ground support for local governments boosts the ability of communities to engage in planning, leverage resources, and execute projects. In addition to the UWP funding from the Illinois Department of Transportation, funding from the Chicago Community Trust and MacArthur Foundation will enable us to include non-transportation grants and infrastructure improvements in grant readiness assistance and capital improvement plan assistance. Additionally, the CCT funding provides for the CIP assistance to include enhanced equitable engagement in historically disadvantaged communities of color in the south and near west suburbs of Cook County. Now I will turn it over to Bill, who will talk about our economy and climate work. Thanks.
Thanks, Stephanie. My name's Bill Barnes. I'm CMAP's Interim Deputy of Regional Policy and Implementation, and I'd like to speak with you about CMAP's work in both the climate and regional economy sectors. Our 30-year regional plan, On to 2050, guides our climate work with strategies that preserve our natural resources, protect air quality, mitigate flood control, and plan for resilient transportation infrastructure. Our work is also guided by federal and state laws. The bipartisan infrastructure law authorized a new carbon reduction program to help states develop strategies to reduce transportation emissions and address the climate crisis. These efforts also aim to reduce congestion by promoting mass transit alternatives. The bill provides historic funding to help our region invest in clean, climate-smart, safe, and more resilient transportation solutions with a focus on equity. With this in mind, CMAP continues to focus on one of the biggest challenges facing the region: reducing its greenhouse gas emissions. This work includes studying best practices to baseline and reduce emissions with the aim of creating a regional transportation emissions mitigation plan that will include carbon emissions reduction targets for the transportation system and strategies for achieving those targets over time. We are also working with partners on advancing widespread adoption of low and zero emission vehicles and exploring the implementation of an equitable charging network for electric vehicles. The fiscal year 2024 work plan continues to advance development of the region's resilience improvement plan, building on our vulnerability assessment initiated last year that evaluated the system's vulnerability to flooding, extreme heat, major weather-induced disruptions, and other significant natural hazards. Also on the resilience front, we are examining flood mitigation investment decisions, specifically how those decisions could better incorporate equity considerations to identify where and how to invest. And we are using new data and methodologies to update the region's flood susceptibility index. On the regional economy front, CMAP's focus on this is literally baked into its DNA and is at the core of our mission. CMAP has created both the framework and governance structure for regional economic collaboration, led by the county board chairs and announced in early January as the Greater Chicagoland Economic Partnership. This is a 3-year pilot partnership funded by all 7 counties and the City of Chicago to improve the region's competitive position on a national and global scale. This effort will ramp up in fiscal year 2024, and CMAP will continue to provide support. This past year, CMAP also assessed the region's strongest industries and market opportunities to provide new data and strategies for joint action among the region's major economic developers, culminating in an innovative tool analyzing job quality and access designed to help local communities and economic developers improve the region's competitive position. In fiscal year 2024, CMAP will share this tool with our partners and work with them to implement it at a local level. Thank you. We look forward to working in partnership with you to deliver on our shared goals to build an inclusive and thriving region.
Hi, I'm Jenny Vanna, Deputy Communications and Engagement here at CMAP. Using a variety of strategies, tools, and tactics, our team focuses on authentic and transparent information sharing to reach people where they are and in different ways and in their preferred language. Through our website, newsletters, social media, and other channels, we curate and share relevant content and news you can use. We also engage in conversations, both in person and digitally, in a way that fosters questions, discussion, and dialogue. We support and deliver robust communication and engagement around our plans, data, resources, and technical assistance. Priorities in 2024 include our safety initiative, ADA, resiliency, and developing the next long-range transportation plan. We are also excited to continue our groundbreaking equity work that aims to strengthen relationships with environmental justice communities. We are deeply committed to going above and beyond required public participation. In 2024, we will continue to better understand the public sentiment around transportation and quality of life issues with our public opinion poll and share important information on the state of our region. And we will recognize partners' achievements in advancing our shared goals through our Regional Excellence Awards. We also continue to focus on internal strategic communications and engagement with a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, program management, strategic planning and execution, staff recruitment and retention, and more. This is just a brief snapshot of our work. Every day, we harness the power of knowledge to benefit the people of this region who are at the core of our work.
This annual budget and work plan builds on our previous work and continues to deliver on our shared vision and on to 2050 goals to make Northeastern Illinois a stronger, more resilient place to live. I believe we are at a turning point for the region. With the influx of funds from the IIJA, a renewed focus around regional collaboration, and a strong strategic direction to our work, all of which is being carried out every day by skilled and passionate problem solvers at CMAP, and our partners, government, community, and business leaders, transportation experts and advocates, and you, our dedicated board members. Thank you.